Hello, grade 10 students. Welcome to a new grammar lesson, the second part of the passive voice in your student books, page 104. Please prepare your books and let's start. In today's lesson, we have three objectives. Number 1, to recall previous knowledge about the passive voice. 2, to identify the form of personal and impersonal constructions in the passive voice. And finally, to apply the knowledge learned to write a short paragraph about having a healthy diet, using also passive voice. And now let's remember together how to change a sentence from active voice to passive voice. Let's answer the following activity. Read the sentences and then change them into the passive voice. So, let's take number 1 for example. The hunter killed the lion. To change it from active to passive, you have to find out the tense of the sentence. Yes, so which tense is that? Killed. That's right. It is the past simple tense. Step 2 is to find what is the object. That's correct. Where is the object here? It is the lion. So we should start with the object and then change the past simple tense from active to passive. Let's find out the answer. The lion was killed by the hunter. So we started with the object and then we transferred the past simple tense from active to passive. Now please pause the video for a while. Think of the rest of the answers. Now let's answer together. Hiba has cleaned the window. So, where is the object in this sentence? That's correct. It's the window. And what tense is that? Have cleaned? That's right. It is the present perfect tense. And now, let's transfer this sentence from active to passive voice. That's right. The window has been cleaned. Another example, I gave him the book. So, where is the object here? It's the book. And what tense is that? It is the past simple. That's right. So the correct answer is the book was given to him. They will send him away to school. So, where is the object here? That's right. It's him. And what tense is that? Will send. This is the future tense. Do you remember the form of the future tense in the passive voice? That's right. So the correct answer is he will be sent away to school. Now please, let's go to your student book, page 100, exercise B. You will find this table, the different tenses and how to change them from active to passive. Please pause the video for a while. Try to read and remember the tenses. Let's go to your student book, page 104, exercise A. Read the example and answer these two questions. What is impossible and who believes so? Please pause the video for a while, read the example and try to answer the questions. And now let's answer together. It's believed that completing the project simply isn't possible. So what is impossible here? That's correct. The completion of the project is impossible. And who believes so? Maybe people, experts, scientists believe so. So, it is a general thought. Let's answer the following exercise. Read the following sentences to answer some questions. Let's read the sentences together. Bilal is believed to be the smartest. She is thought to have lived in London. Picasso is known to be a great artist. Now, are they in the active form or the passive form? That's right. The correct answer is the passive form. How did you know that this is the passive form? Because we have here is believed to. And also, we haven't mentioned who believes that or who thinks that. So, the next question is, what type of passive is it? Is it personal or impersonal passive? Look at the structure. We have started with the subject, then is believed, then we have to plus infinitive. So that's correct. It's personal passive. Let's find out how to form the personal passive structure. To form the personal passive structure, we have to follow the following rule. We start with a noun, subject, then the passive verb, then the full infinitive, which is to plus infinitive. Let's find some examples here. Many people say that unemployed people need support. So this is the active voice. Let's follow this rule. We are talking here about unemployed people, so we can use it as the noun or the subject. Then the passive verb of say. Let's find out. Unemployed people are said to. So we have used this verb, say, because this is in the present simple tense, we changed it into are said to plus the infinitive form of the verb need. So unemployed people are said to need support. Let's take another exercise. Let's read the following sentences also to find out, are they in active voice or passive voice? Number 1. It's known that viruses are the reason behind many diseases. It's thought that the rate of crime will go down soon. It is believed that kindergartens are necessary for kids' growth. Now, are they in the active form or the passive form? That's correct. They are in the passive form. Look at the verbs here. It is known that. And what type of passive is that? Let's look at the structure. We have started with it, then the passive form, then we have that, and the rest of the sentence. So, the correct answer is impersonal passive. And now let's find out how to form the impersonal passive structure. We form the impersonal passive structure by following this rule. We always start with it, so we place it as the subject, then the passive verb, then that, and the clause or the sentence. Let's take an example. Many people believe that the factory will close. Is this sentence in the passive voice or the active? That's correct. This is the active voice. Now let's try to change it to the impersonal passive structure. So we start here with it. That's right. And what will happen to the verb believe? What is the passive form of the verb believe? That's right. This is the present simple tense. And what is the form of the present simple tense in the passive voice? Let's find out. That's correct. It is believed that the factory will close. Notice here that we don't change anything in the rest of the sentence. The factory will close. The factory will close. We only change the first verb. Another exercise here is to read the sentence, then you change it to the passive voice using personal and impersonal passive structure. Let's read the sentence together. People say that he lives abroad now. Now please pause the video for a while. Try to change this sentence into the passive using personal and impersonal structure. And now let's answer together. Let's use the personal structure first. So to use the personal structure, we have to start with, that's right, the subject that comes after that. So we're going to start with he. Which verb are we going to change into passive here? Is it say or lives? That's correct. It's a say, and it's going to be is said. Then the rest of the rule, which is to use to plus infinitive. Which infinitive here? It's the infinitive form of the verb lives. So it's going to be he is said to live abroad now. Let's find out how to change it to passive using the impersonal structure. In the impersonal structure, we always start with, that's correct, it is said that. We're going to change the verb say into is said. Then that closed is going to be the same, that he lives abroad now. Now we have the rules. Verbs such as think, consider, report, expect, say, believe are often followed by a that clause in the active voice and can be used to make general statements. So how to change these verbs from active to passive? To change these verbs from active to passive, we have two ways. Number one is called the personal passive. And then we have the impersonal passive. So personal and impersonal passive are used to generalize opinions and thoughts. Let's find out how to change sentences from active to passive using personal passive or impersonal passive. Now let's go to your student book, page 104. Look at this table. Verbs believe, say, think, know, consider. How to change them from active voice to passive voice. For example here, they say the factory causes a lot of pollution. It is said that the factory causes a lot of pollution. Now let me ask you, it is said that. So, is it personal or impersonal? That's correct. It's impersonal. We have started with it. Now the factory is said to cause. So is it personal or impersonal? We have here is said, then we have to, and the infinitive form. That's right. It is personal. Let's practice more. Please open your student book, page 104, exercise B. Rewrite the following sentences in the passive voice, starting with the words given. Number 1. Experts say that global warming is responsible for the recent rise in sea temperatures. And here we should start with it. So, is it personal or impersonal? That's correct. Using it here refers to using impersonal passive structure. So which verb are we going to change? That's right, it's say. It will be, it is said that, and then we continue without changing any verbs. It's said that global warming is responsible for the recent rise in sea temperature. Now please pause the video for a while. Think of the rest of the answers. And now let's answer together. Number 2. They say that the oil spill near the island is a huge disaster. Here we should start with the oil spill near the island. So, is it personal or impersonal? That's correct. It's personal passive. So which verb are we going to change here? It's say. So the oil spill near the island, yes, that's right, is said to be a huge disaster. We have to change it here, is, to the infinitive form, which is be. Now number 3, people think that the new documentary about Earth Day contains some outdated information. And here we're going to start with the new documentary about Earth Day. So is it personal or impersonal? That's right, it's personal because we have started with the subject that comes after that. So, which verb are we going to change? To passive, this is think. It is thought to plus the base form or the infinitive form of the verb contains. Is thought to contain some outdated information. Let's go to your workbook, page 89, exercise A. Complete the second sentence so that it means the same as the first one. Use no more than 3 words. Let's take number 1 for example. People say that the new restaurant serves very nice food. Here we're going to start with it. So, which type of passive is that? That's right, it's impersonal. Now, which verbs are we going to change? That's right, it's the verb say. So the correct answer is, it is said that. Now please, pause the video for a while. Try to answer the rest of the questions. And now let's answer together. Experts think that fruit and vegetables are necessary for a healthy diet. So here we're going to start with fruit and vegetables. So fruit and vegetables, is it personal or impersonal? That's right, it's personal. And which verbs are we going to change here? We're going to change think to the passive form, and we're going to change are to the base form or to the infinitive. So the correct answer here is are thought to be. Number 3, scientists believe that the oily spill will destroy the marine life in the area. We should start with it. So that's correct, impersonal passive. Which verb are we going to change here? It's believe. So the correct answer is it is believed that. Number 4, many people consider that Ammar is the best chef in town. So we're going to start with Ammar is. So is it personal or impersonal? That's right, it's personal. So we're going to change the verb consider to the passive voice and the verb is to the base form or to the infinitive. So the correct answer here is Ammar is considered to be. Number 5, they believe that vegetarianism has many health benefits. We're going to start with vegetarianism. So, is it personal or impersonal? That's right, it's personal. Which verbs are we going to change here? That's correct, it's believe and has. So what's the correct answer? The correct answer is vegetarianism is believed to have. Number 6, everyone knows that nuts are a good source of protein. Here we're going to start with it. So, is it personal or impersonal passive? That's right, it's impersonal passive. So which verb we're going to change here? It is knows. So the correct answer is it's known that. Let's take another exercise in your student book, page 104, exercise C. Think about what teenagers could do to have a healthy diet. Then write a short paragraph in which you use the passive voice. You might start with it's known that many teenagers eat a lot of junk food and generally don't have a healthy diet. Please pause the video for a while and start writing your paragraph. One of the possible answers could be, it's known that many teenagers eat a lot of junk food and generally don't have a healthy diet. I think that most importantly, teenagers should be properly educated at a school about the benefits of a balanced diet. They should be encouraged to have 3 meals a day and not skip breakfast. Of course, fruits and vegetables should be included in their diet. However, eating junk food and sweets should be avoided. Thank you so much for listening.